earlier. Have a look at that, Cassandra.
Absolutely.
Because you can.
Well, Joe, you're going to start off presenting radio show, young celebrity, but no, big dragon rearing up, and then going to run a club in Spain. But I've got a kangaroo, an older kangaroo, so you're going to end up with an older Australian man.
Oh! Does that? How does that sound to you, Joe?
The club
An older
side?
man rather than a younger man.
I'm more interested in the club side of it. I want to be a DJ anyway, so yeah, I like it.
All right,
It's
Joe, very
good.
quickly, who do you think is going to go on Friday?
Dave, maybe Andrew, maybe JJ.
A whole bunch of them, then.
Yeah.
All right, Dana, give her a big round of applause.
Thank you.
Joe,
Thanks for
everybody.
having me.
We're going to be seeing more of her later on in the show. Thank you very much, Joe. Thank you, boys.
Right, can you save your energies, though? Because it's my turn next. Don't panic too much. Don't give her too many grapes. I want to go as well. That's it for part one. Make sure you join us after the break when I will be bringing you all the latest news headlines live from inside the house. I can't wait. I'm going in the garden.
Welcome back to BBLB. It's 11:42. Look what Breeze from Roll Deep knocked up. Look at Joe there. Doesn't she look beautiful? It's not bad. It's not bad. He's giving old Keith Lemon a run for his money. Yeah, it's still to come. Zig and Zag talk being the only gay in the village with Brian Dowling. But first, over to Emma. She could not be more excited. She's live in the Big Brother garden with all the news headlines.
I'm in the garden. Right, at 2:48 yesterday afternoon, Mario, JJ and Dave took part in the Taco Hell task, a Mexican eat-off that really heated up the house. If you're currently eating your breakfast, I suggest you push it to one side and maybe think about having it later.
It's not worth going through.
It's not worth that.
It is, Mario. It's a party for all of us. Stop.
You like spicy food?
Mario, come on. Let's go.
Water now, water. You'd have to travel all around the way the bottom of England and then up.
Glory.
Come on, Molly, sir.
Come on, Molly.
Get it out.
Get it out, Molly.
Better open in, Mo. Better open in. Well, I can't do this.
I strongly suggest you don't try that at home because it didn't look like the love of God bubbling in Dave's belly to me. At 6:27 last night, Steve took it upon himself to make a few predictions about who was going to make it to the final, one of which was pretty controversial.
I don't say this very often, but I feel by the grace of God. Yeah, I don't know why I say that, but I feel by the grace of God, we, including me, you and Corinne, could well be sitting on that setting next week.
I don't think I'll be sat there.
No, I think you could be. No, I think you could be.
I think it's going to be. I
don't normally get like that, look, and I've got goosebumps.
If there's no John James in the final, I'll be one stunned mullet. Housemates were rewarded for Dave, JJ and Mario's heroic efforts in the Taco Hell task with a Mexican-themed party last night at 8:05. And as usual, it descended into chaos.
Word.
Oh no! Oh no! Textbook error.
Pull the bell back.
This is going to be so rigged.
That was Josie.
It seems like Dave's got some issues he needs to work there. Calm down, big man. If you want all the latest news, including a look at Sam's truly revolting party trick, then log on channel4.com/Big Brother. Now, though, it's over to George, who's feeling hot, hot, hot.
Here, Emma. So yesterday, Dave, JJ and Mario took part in a Mexican eat-off. JJ was the first to finish, although after a vomit or five, Dave and Mario also managed to clear their plates. To find out what all the fuss is about, I am now joined by a man who's so chili obsessed, he even has his favourite brand of hot sauce tattooed on his arm. It's Darth Nagar, everybody. Look at that.
Hello.
What's it say?
That's Who Dares Burns.
Who Dares Burns, everybody. Darth, can you tell us what it is that you do?
I'm a product reviewer for the Chili Foundry. I do chili reviews, sauces,
He's
things like that.
He's the big guy in the chili world, everybody, yeah? Where did you get your name from?
Actually, my girlfriend gave it to me because I'm a big Star Wars fan, and the Naga is my favourite pepper.
So you put those together, Darth Naga, love what you've done there. Do you think they cope well with the challenge?
I do, actually. I saw it last night. I mean, there was a little bit of vomiting, but generally...
Dave was doing quite a lot of vomiting, but he managed to work out a good routine where he vomited and then went back in on the food. I was impressed.
It was quite like, clear it out, put it back in, clear it out.
Have you ever vomited like that off the back of chilli?
A few, once or twice, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, one time I ate some chilli, and then I needed to get it out of my system, so I went downstairs, vomited, passed out, woke up 20 minutes later naked with my clothes in a pile next to me.
Huh?
I don't know how it happened.
That's my kind of party, guys. That is my kind of party. In terms of fire, what's the hottest chili that you've personally got?
I personally eaten. There was a chili in the news back in April, known as the Infinity Chili.
Yeah.
And in a pub.
Did Darth go in on it?
Yeah, I went in whole. A video's on YouTube.
This wasn't the 20 minutes naked in the bathroom story?
No. Not
different time.
No video of that.
OK. If you had to compare our housemates' chilies, who would you say, which chili is most like Sam Pepper?
Sam Pepper is very much like a habanero for the simple reason that you get an initial burn. Okay. You get an initial burn and then there's a proper niggly, annoying burn after that.
Right, OK, that's perfect for Sam Pepper then.
Yeah, exactly.
Which pepper would John James most be like?
John James, well, he would be like the Naga.
Really? Your favourite, then?
My favourite.
Yeah.
Simply because, he is my favourite in the house. He's very fiery, upfront, in your face, just like the Naga.
Right, OK, that's the Naga. What about Steve?
Steve, very much like a jalapeno.
OK.
Initial burn, but nothing.
Looks interesting and then just fades off.
Fades off, does nothing.
Yeah, that's Steve, all right.
So,
and then finally, Josie.
Josie, a good all-rounder. The bird's eye chili, simply because there's a nice punch of heat, and it's a gentle, warm feeling after
just lingers
that.
with you. Nice find for Josie. Now, we want to know if you really are as fearless a chili consumer as you make out to be. So we've pitted you against Roll Deep's #1 chili man over here, J2K. We're going to have a Mexican chili off. J2K, you're feeling confident?
Yeah, man.
I bet you're glad the boys picked you, eh?
Yeah.
OK, have you been drinking plenty of milk?
I had a sip. I had a couple sips.
Right, OK, and apparently the yoghurt's good too. Water's completely the wrong thing, by the way, guys. I can't believe we had them drinking water in the house. Are you ready, guys? When the klaxon sounds, I want you to get tucked into this. Here we go. Let's hit the buzzer. Start chomping, boys.
OK.
J2K's gone in on the burrito first. Don't try this at home, everybody. There's lots of chili in here. I'll tell you just how much chili, actually. In here, we've got chili flakes, 2 pots of, everybody. Lots of bird's eye chilies, 10 packs. Hot sauce, 4 bottles. How are we doing, Jay? Oh, it's just kicked in. It's just kicked in. Some Scotch bonnets. How are we doing, Darth? That's pretty lively, isn't it?
That's really warm.
Huh?
Really warm.
It's like chewing gum, man. It ain't freezing.
Interesting that Darth went in on the chili con carne first. How you doing with the burrito, J2K?
It's chewy, man. I can't.
It's hot.
Can't swallow it.
All right, boys, you keep doing that rather than me. It's now over to the workshop for Zig and Zag, who are joined by a man who was voted Best Big Brother winner, not once, but twice, Mr. Brian Dowling. Look at J2K's all over the place.
Struggling.
Yes. We like winners on this show, and not only has this man won Big Brother, he is Big Brother's favourite housemate ever.
Yes.
Ever.
It could get evil, folks. It's Brian Dowling!
Now, Brian, you were the winner of BB2.
I was, yes.
That was ages ago.
Long time ago.
What's it like being
Can I
back
just
in...
say that I was only this tall when Brian Dowling won Big Brother 2, and now I am this tall.
Yes!
When I won Big Brother 2, I was skinny too, so a lot changes.
You were voted the viewers' favourite Big Brother housemate of all time.
Yeah,
Twice.
Twice, yeah.
What
Weird.
have you got that Nadia doesn't have?
Well, I just think I did the show 9 years ago when it was a bit more fun.
Right.
And I think it wasn't as intense. And I think it reminds people of a happier time.
Okay.
And plus, obviously, I'm a nice person, and people obviously liked me, which is good. So.
That's good.
They do, yeah.
Well,
Of course
look,
they do.
well, okay, you talk about fun. What were your favourite memories from your time in the house?
I kind of enjoyed nominating a little bit, which is probably weird.
Oh, that's right.
Evil.
You know why? Because I was
Evil.
obviously, but I was obviously a lot younger.
Yeah.
And I think if I went back in now, I think I'd be a little bit more vicious.
Oh.
Because I used to say, ooh, I get on with someone else better.
Right.
Now I'd be like, I really hate him, he needs to leave.
Wow.